It took me a long time to come to terms with Casper. I probably would hear, "Can I keep you for the rest of my life?" And it's part of me and part of my past, and I'm grateful.
You may remember Devon Sawa from fan favorite films from the 90s, like, yes, Casper.
Can I keep you?
And Now and Then.
Can I kiss you?
Fast forward to 2020, and the 42-year-old actor is still thriving, earning praise for his work in gritty dramas and edgy horror films like his latest, Hunter x Hunter.
We don't run from our troubles.
Now Sawa is opening up to E.T., revealing the journey hasn't always been easy.
You know, I was heartbroken, and I really thought about giving it up. It was more important what clubs I was going to at night and not necessarily the material.
But he says it was all worth it to get where he is today.
I want to work with good people on good stuff that makes me smile. That's it.
What do you do if you see something?
Don't run.
This isn't a normal wolf.
It's just a hungry wolf looking for an easy meal. I will catch it. You want to snag a wolf? You gotta outwolf him.
Hunter x Hunter. This movie, it's chilling, it's twisted, and holy plot twist. Is it hard for you to shake a character like this at the end of the day?
The script came to me about a week before we started shooting, and I knew this guy was very different than I was. I mean, I've been living in Los Angeles for 20 years. Feel like I'm a little bit pampered and spoiled with all.
Not a wilderness guy.
No, I'm not a wilderness guy. I come from Canada, but even where I was from, it wasn't, it was this, little hockey town. It wasn't very wildernessy. But I had to put all my trust in the director right away and figure out how to be as authentic as possible with this guy. Learn how to skin animals properly. Not real animals, but we faked it very well. Everything from sharpening knives to the cigarette process was a little bit challenging. And the conditions that we were under in Winnipeg, they were dealing with a record snowstorm at the time. First you lose your feet, they start going numb, and then you get the frost bites up and down your legs, and the backpack starts getting heavy, and you want to put the gun down, and all that feeling uncomfortable really just kind of played into the script.
Wow, losing sensation in your feet, smoking real cigarettes. You are a true method actor. But like at the end,
I sound like such a spoiled actor. Like that's all I had to do was like stand in the cold and smoke a couple of cigarettes.
No. Anybody? I'd be remiss to sit here with you and not do a little fun career retrospective.
Yeah.
I told you I was a good dancer. Casper? That was great. It's okay.
It's like I have no control over my hand. Ah! It's gonna explode! It's not a joke! It's not a joke!
For showing the range of work that you've done, comedy and the feel-good movies, and now you're doing more like niche, indie, gritty types of dramas and horror films, do you feel like you get the recognition, respect, and opportunities that you deserve as an artist?
Good question. I think that my Teen Beat past affects certain things, that comes up. I've been in casting sessions where that has all come up. The '90s teen, it's been I don't know if an issue, but a topic. I think that kind of weighs me down sometimes going forward. But I wouldn't be here where I am today without that stuff. It took me a long time to come to terms with Casper, believe it or not, as weird as that sounds. But I did finally come to terms that I probably would hear, "Can I keep you for the rest of my life?" And it's part of me and part of my past, and I'm grateful. I'm just so darn fortunate that I'm still going at this thing, and that I get the opportunities that I get. I worked with Travolta and Stallone and Guy Pearce just in the last couple of years. Sharon Stone, I did a scene with Sharon Stone that I couldn't believe I was there, that she was playing my cracked out mother, and I'm forever grateful that I'm here where I am.
Well,
all the stuff that got me here.
I have to tell you, I think you're in your prime, and the work that I see you do, especially in the last couple of years, it's really you at your best. And I know only the best is yet to come. What is on the bucket list?
I went away for a few years, for 5 or 6 years, and I came back, and I swore that I would only do stuff that makes me happy. When I was doing those teen magazines with Casper and Wild Mary and all that stuff, I was going that way. And then I decided I was going to rebel as a young 19-year-old, stick it to the business and I started doing things like SLC Punk and Idle Hands and Stand Video, and that was my rebelling, and I'm back to that again. I'm back to just doing what makes me what I want to do, like doing a movie. The Escape Plan sequel with Stallone wasn't necessarily. I knew from the beginning it wasn't necessarily going to catapult me into anything, but it was Stallone, and I love that guy, and I wanted to work with him, and that's kind of where I'm at right now. I want to work with good people and good stuff that makes me smile. That's it.
I love it. You referenced you took a little break from Hollywood. I'm curious, why was that break necessary? And do you think you'd be in the position you are today if you hadn't put a pause back then?
It wasn't really. It was a break that wasn't a lot of my choice, really. And it was it was my agents and managers and myself sitting down and saying, "Hey, I think it's time we step away for a minute." And I really thought about giving it up and completely. I'd been working since the age of 8 or 9. I was burnt out and I was doing things that I didn't want to do. And it was more important what clubs I was going to at night and not necessarily the material. And I stepped away, and things just changed, and then I came back to the industry with a whole new outlook and ready to do it differently.
Is there a Hollywood heartbreak moment? Was there a role that you ever went out for that you really wanted and you got close, but not quite?
The Anakin Skywalker role in the Star Wars. It's funny because there was 5 of us going up for that, and then they ended up going with Hayden Christensen from Vancouver. I mean, he did a great job. So, but you know, I was heartbroken.
Was that project like particularly meaningful to you? Huge Star Wars guy.
Gigantic Star Wars guy, especially as a kid. I was gigantic. To play young Darth Vader in what was going to be the biggest thing ever. No one knew what those films were going to be. But it was like everybody wanted those parts, and I want to say I came close.
You did. You said top 5. That's definitely close. And they keep talking about all these spin-offs. You got Mandalorian now. I'd say we throw your name in the hat for all of those.
I'm down. I'm down to partner up with Gina Carano and go kick some butt on there.
Of course, this wouldn't be a Devon Sawa interview if I didn't go down into the ET vault and dig up some amazing vintage footage. So this is you on the set of Wild America.
No.
Yeah, and you're being asked about what you and Jonathan Taylor Thomas do in your spare time.
Oh no.
Yeah, we talk about girls. Yeah, we talk about girls, you know. Yeah, we talk a lot about stuff like that. Girls, you know, movies, CDs. We never talk about the business or anything, and that's really cool. So
you guys are gonna kind of like have to worry about this whole heartthrob thing. Are you worried about that? It's challenging, I understand.
It gets a little annoying.
Yeah.
It gets a little rough at times, but you know, it's very flattering.
What's going through your mind?
Such a baby back then. I think about that kid a lot. I was 18, and the amount of things that we had to deal with that age.
Like what?
There's just the whole stardom thing, the whole being the center of attention. It was challenging at times. It was definitely challenging. I get kind of sad a little bit because I know where I was going right after that. You know what I mean? I know in Hollywood where I'm about to go at that point. I think Wild America and Idle Hands were both the last before things started to get a little bit rougher in Hollywood for me. So yeah, it's a little weird to watch that, knowing what's going to happen, knowing the outcome of what's going to happen. It's an interesting video.
I'd do anything just to go along for the ride.
When was the last time you and Jonathan Taylor Thomas had a moment to chat or catch up?
We spoke on the phone a couple of years ago. It was the time where I was having the fake fight with Macaulay Culkin.
Oh.
And Macaulay Culkin and him were about to do something, and they were going to see if I would be involved in it. It was going to be like a kind of a mockumentary TV show where we are now, but just like not really us. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like almost like a Curb Your Enthusiasm of
a heightened
us,
version. Yeah.
Heightened versions of where we are today. Never ended up going anywhere, but it was good to speak to him. I always had a feeling that from doing school with him that he was going to go off and do things other than acting because he was just so smart. And so to find out he went off to Harvard and took a different road was not surprising. But I miss him. He's a good guy.
This weekend, amazing timing. SNL doing a whole Eminem Stan parody.
Don't forget, bring my gift. Truly yours, I believe in you. This is Stu.
I don't think I've smiled so much in a long time. I think he nailed. People don't see some of the things that I saw. He did everything from the pencil blow to the certain eye rolls to different. He really kind of copied me perfectly, but also, did his own thing and spun it his own way. And I'm very flattered that I was in a music video that's lasted so long.
Did you have any idea that this was happening?
No, somebody else tweeted that they're doing a Stan parody, and my first reaction was like, oh no, are they ripping it apart? But it is nothing. It's just funny. It's just they took the song, twisted it, and he's a talented dude. That guy.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
Are you coming back to LA for the holidays?
I am.
Okay,
I'm coming back for Christmas, and we're going to spoil the kids because they've had a rough year, with the quarantining. So I'm going to put Grinch aside and try to have the best Christmas ever. Just the four of us and the dogs, and we're going to put up a Christmas tree and have lots of good food and open presents and watch Die Hard or something. I don't know.
Yeah.